If we hit that guy, 2100 base crit damage, and then, let's see, almost 3000 on that other crit. What's going on, guys? How's it going? And welcome back to some more Skyblock from the Hypixel server. And today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to get more damage. Because let's be honest, whenever you get to the end, you're going to be fighting Endermen and Zealots non-stop, and more damage is everything. But right before we hop into this video, guys, if you are new here, consider subscribing down below and leave me a like. So let's hop right into the video. Before I start showing you guys what you can do to get more damage, let's go ahead and take a look at what damage we do before applying all these tips and tricks. Let's go ahead right here and look at our crit. Well, that crit was 2,200. That doesn't happen that often. Most of the time I believe it's going to be around, well, okay, 2,200, and that's an occasional crit, so at that. Most of the time it's going to crit around 1,500 for me right now. As you guys can see, that's usually 1,500 right there. Now that we know what damage we do to the Enderman, let's go ahead and get into our first tip on how to boost your damage. You're going to want to go into your skills and your combat skill. The higher that you get your combat skill, the more damage you're going to do to mobs, which, let's be honest, that's all you're going to be fighting is mobs. And the great thing about this tactic is you can just go out there from day one and start killing stuff, getting your combat level up, which is very easy to do in the lower tiers, and you'll start seeing a difference in your damage in no time. The next way that you can get more damage is going to be very simple, and that's just going to be getting better enchantments on your sword. For me, most of the time I'm going to be up against Zealots and Endermen, so Ender Slayer 5 is a must-have along with Critical 5 and First Strike 4. But we can make this sword better. If we go and put this sword in here, we have Fire Aspect 2, Giant Killer 5, and Sharpness 5 on this book, and with the exact amount of levels to put that on. If we put that on, along with the Sharpness and Giant Killer, we're going to be getting a major boost in our damage. But if you're going for damage, I do recommend getting Critical 5, Ender Slayer 5, Giant Killer 5, First Strike 4, and Sharpness 5. Of course, you can get Sharpness 6 and a lot of these other enchantments at level 6 off the Dark option, but overall I don't know if it's really worth it just due to the mass amount of money that it costs to get those. And the next method we're going to be covering is talismans, and these make a huge difference if you get enough of them and the right reforges on them. As you guys can see, I have a wood talisman in my inventory which can be reforged, along with this farming talisman I just crafted. And here is a lava talisman. Once you've gotten all your talismans that you can get your hands on, you're going to come over here to the blacksmith, go ahead and put it in here, and you're going to reforge it. And right off the bat, first reforge we got Itchy, which is what you're going to be going for. In my opinion, Itchy is still the best reforge for damage even after the patch, because as you guys can see, it gives us +2 strength, +5 crit damage, and +2 attack speed. And there we go, we got Itchy on our farmer talisman as well, and we got Itchy on our wood talisman. So I put all of these talismans into our inner chest where it has no effect on our player whatsoever, and then we're going to go into our profile and look. If we look at our profile, we have 21 strength, 51% crit chance, and 66% crit damage. If we take our talismans out of our inner chest and either have them in our inventory or in our accessory bag, which is where I'm going to put them, and now we look at our profile, we have 26 strength, 51% crit chance, along with 79% crit damage. So as you guys can see, just from getting 3 talismans with Itchy, we got a major boost in crit damage. And that brings us to our final tip, and that is fairy souls. I'm sure you guys have seen these little mysterious looking things laying around everywhere, and these are fairy souls. If you have not found the fairy soul before and you click on it, it will give you the notification you found a fairy soul. Fairy souls are scattered throughout Skyblock, and I believe there's over 160 of them at this point. Some fairy souls are very easy to find and you'll just run across them randomly like I have been doing. Some, however, are very difficult to find. I recommend looking up videos on locations of them, because without that it's pretty much impossible to find them. So let's say you found a bunch and you're wondering, well, what do I do with them now? Very simple. You take them to the ferry, which is right over here close to the fisherman and this side of the Coliseum, and you trade them in for a stat boost. Past the fisherman over here by this little lagoon, you're going to find, well, another fairy soul, and then you're going to find this fairy lady. If you click on her and go in here and look, I have 17 out of 5 fairy souls. You need 5 to be able to get a stat boost. So if I click right here to exchange, as you guys can see down my lower hand corner, we got +3 health, 1 defense, and then 1 strength. And you can just keep turning these in over and over and over. And these stats are on your actual player, not on your armor at all, so these will be with you no matter what armor set you have on. So now we've covered all the main tips that I know of, let's go ahead and go over here and see what kind of damage we can do. If we hit that guy, 2100 base crit damage, and then, let's see, almost 3000 on that other crit. So as you guys can see, just by doing those few tips I just showed you, we boosted our damage by almost 1000. Which, I mean, that's pretty notable. That's a pretty notable change. So I hope this video did help you, especially all you new players out there. But that's going to do it for today's episode. So if you guys did enjoy, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. Hit the bell icon to survive whenever I upload. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.